Radio.
They're coming.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Their focus is extremely short.
How have I even got a job here?
On Nova.
Hello there, podcast listeners. It is Leno here from the team, joined today by the lovely Louisa.
Hello, producer Lou here, reporting for duty.
Well, we are the last two left in the studio back at Mission Control because the team went up to Muswellbrook to launch John's Space Getty into the atmosphere.
Which was a wild journey. Like, I got goosebumps watching it launch right up into space.
And then Elton Jack performed.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Fitzy got to try on Elton Jack's wig.
And we had some people call in.
Yeah, we had some good calls. A lot of suggestions saying that we should make this day a public holiday because it's going to be something that everyone's going to remember.
Do you think, though, there is ever a chance that when people say this should be a public holiday, it ever happens? Because, like, if you said, do we need another public holiday, I think 98% of people would say, yeah,
Yes.
I'll take the holiday.
Well, we had the Prime Minister call through, so maybe he could make it happen.
That would be ideal. Let's make this John's Space Getty Day.
Yes.
Also, very important, do go check out the socials.
Yeah, heaps of good content on the socials. You'll see the guys in astronaut outfits, real proper ones from NASA.
How good is Tom's outfit? Can you describe that?
Tom's is the best. It's like one of those ones where you've got legs hanging out the front, but he's got his normal, legs underneath,
Yep.
as if he's a rocket ship hanging... there's a rocket and he's hanging off the front. So funny.
Okay, so go check that all out at Fitzy and Whipper, Facebook, Instagram, even on the Tok.
Yeah, get it on the talk.
Lou's personal favourite.
Love TikTok.
And if you're ready, we'll maneuver.
Ready for the maneuver, and secondary actuator check is not required.
Dad's recipe for his famous tomato spaghetti.
You've got to launch it up to the edge of space.
You guys really put your money where your mouth is with this one.
We're launching in Muswellbrook.
We launch a bowl of spaghetti attached to a weather balloon 25 kilometres into space. People at Muswellbrook are fizzing.
Been the talk of the town.
Definitely something to look forward to.
I'm excited.
When they said to us at the start of the year, you got any ideas? I didn't think we'd be sending spaghetti into space, mate.
The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena.
Fitz and Whipper are going to join the space race.
I'm a rocket man.
Captain Whipper checking in from Muswellbrook this morning as we bring you the show live. We are live as astronauts. Mission Control, can you hear us? Over.
Loud and clear.
Coming at Mission Control. Mission Control back in Piermont, Sydney. You've got us, you read us.
We read you. I mean, it's not going to say that it's the clearest line in history, but I guess a line in Muswellbrook's a win.
Traffic pig, we have a problem.
No. No.
Can I just say, this is... I know Big John, we're launching Big John's Space Getty today.
Space Getty,
we're
yeah.
very excited about that. Sarah and I didn't sign up to wear the spacesuits, mate.
Nah,
Yeah,
they're very snug and ill-fitting, and Fitzy's is so far up his bum.
Man,
Yeah, look, you've got a bit of a high rider. Now,
yes,
normally
I've
they...
got fly's eyes at the moment.
You've got one of the great moose knuckles of the modern era. What they normally do with astronaut training and when you're at NASA is they will check to see that your spacesuit actually fits your package. As it turns out, Costume Box doesn't accommodate your package. But that's okay. Today we're focused on being proper athletes as we bring you the show live from Muswellbrook.
Yeah, we're in Pucara Estate this morning, and thank you to Raquel and the team. They've
Thanks,
put on
Raquel.
a great spread this morning. We've had some breakfast. They've got a coffee machine here as well. And we officially launched Big John's Tomato Space Getty into space.
Yeah, really
And-
big show for you.
Can I just tell you...
Yeah.
If everyone wants to look behind them, the sunrise, and there's a bit of a mist at the moment, Sarah.
Yeah.
How beautiful does it look?
Very romantic.
Oh, if you don't come to Muswellbrook for the olive oil and the sunrise, then you haven't lived, mate. Today's going to be really special. We're going to check in with the team who are helping us launch the weather balloon, the spaghetti attached to the weather balloon, which will go 25 kilometres 25 kilometres high into space in a world first as Fitzy and Whipper enter the space race.
We're going to chat to our team of rocket scientists next, and I tell you what, we met a few rocket scientists at the Royal Hotel last night as well.
Good to drop into the Royal Hotel. I think they were rocket scientists. They also worked in the local mine.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It. Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if? It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
We are currently in Muswellbrook. We are very, very excited at Pucara Estate, and this is we are launching Big John's Tomato Spaghetti today.
8 o'clock today.
8 a.m. Lock it in.
Countdown is on.
So I'm still really interested to see how John's going to be involved because he refuses to come onto the radio.
I have great news. As an announcement, last week, Big John, the man himself, the lover of the spaghetti, will be on the Fitzy and Whipper show today. 10 years we've been doing this show for, and my dad has never been on air. Wow. Today is the day. Do you know what? We've got to be honest with you. We've been misleading you in a way. We're not really astronauts, and we needed help.
Shocking.
We needed help to organise this, right? And one person that came to the table, because they've done this before and they're on board with the space program, is Georgia, who's leading it up on behalf of, you tell us, Georgia?
Pass UTS.
Right.
I think Whipper needs your title because he can't pronounce astronautical.
What's your title?
Professional Aeronautic and Astronautic Society at UTS.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
How many people are involved in that?
So we have 12 students here today,
Yes.
but we have about 60 members in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how often do you launch balloons like this?
Oh, every few years.
Yeah.
It's a big
big
deal
event.
for us, yeah. Big
So
ordeal.
I understand too that your team have taken the past month off to make sure that they're focused on getting today's launch right.
Yeah, we haven't been sleeping. We've been trying to get this spaghetti on board.
So much so, you've even got your T-shirts that have been made for today's launch.
Exactly.
Which has a balloon and then the bowl of spaghetti sitting on the T-shirt there
Right on the
the bowl.
So are you guys trying to get any form of information from this space flight for yourselves, or you're purely facilitating the spaghetti dream?
It's purely to create awareness for the aeronautics, like the industry in Australia.
Gotcha.
Because it is quite a small industry and not many people know about it. So we really want to create awareness as much as possible.
We need to talk about worst case scenario here. I know yesterday there was a lot of frantic running around. We're looking at weather conditions.
Not panic. There was definitely not panic.
There was a lot of panic,
Don't
mate.
say panic.
No, there was. There was a lot of panic. I know you didn't know because you were all holed up at the Royal smashing a schnitzel.
Well, that was fine.
Yep.
But there was an issue, wasn't there?
Yes.
Power lines can ruin a great launch.
It was difficult trying to find a spot with no power lines, no trees, open field, you know. It was difficult, but we have managed to find a
What about
area.
this fog?
We'll see if it clears up.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
What are you looking for in terms of perfect weather conditions for a launch?
We want sunny, minimal wind. We don't want it to travel too far because it could land up in some trees in a lake. That would be an interesting retrieval.
And how much does the whole thing weigh, Georgia? Let's get this right. It can't be any more than a certain amount.
Yeah, so we've got the spaghetti, we've got the GoPros on there, and we try to keep it as minimal as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Georgia, how long does it take to get a weather balloon and a bowl of spaghetti 25 kilometres into space? How long should that take?
Well, we've already started, so 2 hours, I guess, this morning.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to work together to kind of pull everything together. We've got helium to to be able to inflate the balloon.
Yep.
And we've just got to get everything secured as much as possible because we don't want that spaghetti falling off.
Great. All right. This is great.
God, anything could happen at this stage. All right, power lines and trees, bit of an issue. Where it lands, nobody knows. Great plan. Okay, that's space adventure, mate. That's spaghetti in space. When you put them together, it's a dangerous combination. Tommy, just quickly, I know you've got a lot on your plate today doing an OB. That's an outside broadcast. It's an industry term.
Oh, is that what it means?
Tommy, if you could remove the power lines. They seem to be... they can get in the way for a launch of the balloon with
How
the
would I
spaghetti.
do that? What would I do?
Just unlock them at the end, and you should be able to wind them up.
Okay,
that should be fine. What's exciting too, Elton Jack has just arrived to set up the Roland keyboard. He's ready to do Rocket Man at 8 o'clock when we launch the balloon.
Well, he only got home 2 hours ago, so...
Didn't he set the tone
Oh,
at
my
the pub
God.
last night?
Well,
there was a pace and then there was him.
There was certainly a candle in the wind, you might say, with Elton Jack last
A
night.
lot of confusing things last night. A lot of confusion.
Still recovering.
Whipper signing a Aberdeen Tigers rugby league Guernsey was a really big one for me.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just the girl's singlet. So
No.
I said, I love you.
Oh.
Whipper. I just wrote, I love you. Whipper.
That's the Aberdeen Tigers.
Yeah, I didn't know. So the boys will love that.
Oh my god!
And then you drew something suspect on the back of her jersey, didn't you?
No, it was a bad joke. I'd had a couple of drinks and I turned the pen around and pretended to do a D&B.
Lovely, lovely. I wasn't going to say it.
We were moving on from that.
So we are getting out of here straight after the show today. We've got a few people after us.
It's called being chased out of town. Let's move on because this story popped up the other day. I don't know if you saw this one, but there was a diamond-headed python, a snake that was found crawling on a bin. $1,000 for one of these pet snakes on Oxford Street in Paddington. So passers-by were just wandering along the street. All of a sudden, there's just a snake hanging out on a bin. I see these stories as one that will enter the American news and go, man, Australia.
Yeah, they're just on the streets, aren't they? Middle of Sydney.
I've got a friend that lives in Byron Bay and they had diamond head pythons and they were in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So not venomous?
Not venomous. Anyway, they called the snake handler and said, hey, we got these pythons in the ceiling. And the snake handler said, you're better off leaving them there because they keep the bad ones away.
Yeah, amazing. Isn't
Leave
it?
the snake in the ceiling and they'll get rid of the red belly black snakes.
But then the red belly chase off the brown snakes.
Yeah, that's
so
right,
everybody's doing some work on someone else.
It's very layered.
Isn't it?
There was a guy as well who had a huntsman in his car, and he's not afraid of spiders at all. He actually became friends with the spider.
Okay.
It lived in his car for a year. So every morning when he'd go to work, he'd put down, you know where you put your sunglasses in, that little compartment? He would open that up.
He'd be there.
Give it a bit of a pat. And
No.
then he'd put it back. Yeah,
That is so stupid. The spider is not your friend. The spider will bite
He'll
you when
bite
it
you.
feels like it.
Huntsmen can be really
Yeah.
lovely friends.
No.
Yeah.
Who's your best mate? I'll show you. And there's just a hairy spider. Anyway, 132410. I want to know, this snake, as it turns out, was accidentally thrown out. So someone cleaning out the house just decided to dump a bag in the bin. Snake got its way out of the bag.
Well, have you ever been shopping in Paddington? There's
No.
a lot of snakes
Are
around.
there?
It's so expensive.
Quite a few along Oxford Street there. I remember my mum, after my 21st birthday, she cleaned up everything and had garbage bags sitting at the front door. Then said to me, can you go and dump some old clothes that we have at
Gant, Nautica.
Nautica, all
Yeah.
the main labels,
right.
Gucci. I need to get rid of all my Gucci because the new range has arrived. So she said, can you take that to the salvos? What she didn't tell me was the other garbage bag to the left had my grandmother's old jewellery in it.
Oh.
Took the whole thing, dumped it off. Something we don't talk about
I
in
thought
the
that
family.
was going to be a really different story about Christine and a diamond-headed snake.
Sarah, it's been an emotional week as you've continued to make jokes about my dad and Big John's sauce. Now, we've tried to clean that up. So if you could just leave my mother and the diamond-headed snake out of this.
Well,
I just meant a pet.
Apparently, and this is the first time ever, this show's been coming up to 11 years now, never had John Whitley on the show, refuses to come on the show. We don't know why, but today apparently this is it.
He has said to me, I'll come on the show, but I won't be answering any questions.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's quite particular about being on the show.
Oh, no
So is he
worries,
gonna-
Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
What he's just...
Hang on a minute.
I don't swear.
What, has he settled this outside of the court? Or?
Yeah, he doesn't sweat. I mean, Sarah, I'd prefer the mum and the snake here over Prince Andrew. Sorry, Dad. We do love you. Love the family.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, your sauce will be launched into space.
He's not sweating at the moment as well, John. He said from the Falklands War. Gabby's giving us a call from Forestville. Good morning, Gab.
Morning, guys.
What did you want to say, love?
I actually wanted to say that I too have a large python living in my wall.
Do you? Wow. What sort of python is it? Do you know?
Yeah, it's one of those carpet pythons as well. I would say it's at least 3 meters long.
Right,
we
so it's
only
not
see
it's
it
not a
once
pet.
month. No, definitely not a pet. It basically, once a month, it crawls out of our wall, goes off to find something to eat, and then goes back into the wall. And,
What do you mean it comes out of your wall? Where does it come out?
So right above our front door, we've got like this tiny little sort of almost like crack in the outer sort of bricks where the bricks meet the wood. And
Okay.
it just kind of squishes itself through there. I'm scared one day, it won't be able to get itself back in or out or something, but so far it's been doing okay.
Have you thought about getting rid of it?
I think the previous owners of our house, we've been there 5 years. Like, this is an old snake. It's been there for a really long time. They were looking into it. We thought about it because we've got a couple of cats, but same thing. Spoke to snake handlers and they said, one, you don't know when it's going to come, so it's really hard to catch it. And two, it's actually a good thing to have in the garden. So if we're not particularly irked by it, just keep it there. So that's what we do.
Yeah, but if it wraps itself around your cat, it's game over.
My God.
Yeah,
when it's got a big lump
thing.
in its stomach.
Absolutely, yeah. I also just wanted to wish you guys all the best today for your big launch. Next great step in the space race.
Thank you very much,
Very
Gab.
kind of you. Very kind. I mean, has a snake ever been into space? I mean, this could be the start of something amazing.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's good. Gabby, thank you very much for your call. Hey, big one tonight as well. It's the 80 million Powerball.
Wow.
$80 million Powerball tonight.
Life could be a dream.
Yes, please.
I mean, we talk about, changing people's lives here all the time and, our 50K Fridays.
Yeah.
But imagine getting your hands on $80 million.
Well, Fitz, we've got you back. We've got $80 million to give you this morning.
This is amazing.
Yeah, no, we know you've been doing it really tough in Balmain and just with the kids starting school and stuff. So we found a spare $80 million. It's all yours.
You reckon you're going to stick around till 9 if we give you that gift now?
I might get going. I might just grab a couple of extra olive oils here from Picara Estate and make my way back home.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It doesn't always go to plan, though, because there's so many lottos around the world. I love these stories. And I know that they're tragic stories about people winning the lotto and what they've done with their winnings. Can I go through a couple with you?
Because you've got to be smart with it. Because the hard part is, if you were to get $80 million now, what are you going to do with it?
Well,
how do you make the most of $80 million besides that first private jet trip to Vegas?
Well, this is the thing. Jim Hayes was a Los Angeles security guard when he just went into his local 7-Eleven, Sarah, realised that he'd won $19 million.
Wow.
He said to his wife and his family,
"Get stuffed.
I promise to change for the better."
Oh, yep.
Went out and bought 6 different Lamborghinis, an array of Bentleys, Porsches and Corvettes. It got to a point where he loved his racing so much, he went in with champion Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
He ended up spending like crazy. He ended up spending so much, he had to move into a friend's garage and then turn to robbing banks, Sarah.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Just to get the money back that he owed. And unfortunately, that was it. It was all over. He went to jail and that was done. That was Jimmy Hayes.
No.
Let's go to another one here. David Edwards. Now, this doesn't start too well.
Come on, Dave.
David Edwards was a convicted criminal who was unemployed and living with his parents. When he won $41 million. Now, after taxes, so this must be in the US, so he got taxed on this, he got $27 million. He then went on a spending spree. He bought luxury cars, 200 collectible swords, and luxury homes in Florida and California. Then went and bought his own jet and a personal pilot to fly him around. He also blew his winnings on 3 losing racehorses and acquired a fibre optics installation company and a limo business.
Oh, yeah, but think about what those swords would be worth now.
He's now bankrupt. Alex Toth won $13 million.
Tothie.
And with his lotto win,
how did he go?
They said, well, do you want it all at once or you can get it annually? And he said, you know what, I'm a bit of a madman. Give me $666,666 a year.
Jeez, he's playing
that's
with
what
the
I want.
He's playing with the devil.
He's playing with the devil, and that's what happened. So he travelled around the world, Sarah. He met celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, Donald Trump.
She must have loved that.
Had 6 kids to 6 different
Oh,
relations.
no, that's the worst investment you'll make.
Isn't it?
He once lived in a $1,000 a night Vegas hotel
What?
on a 3-month bender.
Oh.
Never hide an account with what he was doing and his tax. So then the government caught up with him. He owes $2.5 million and he's bankrupt now as well.
Okay.
So just
slow down. Enjoy the basics of life as well. If you do win it, make sure you check in with us. We'll tell you what to do with it.
Fitz and Whipper are going to join the space race.
I'm a rocket man.
We are out of the studio today. We are broadcasting live from Muswellbrook thanks to whatif.com, and we are at Picara Estate at the moment. The nerves are starting to kick in now because they are blowing up the balloon. Liftoff is in just under an hour.
T-minus just under an hour and counting. We don't have the accuracy of NASA. But there will be an official countdown. You're dead right, Fitz. 8 a.m. this morning, a weather balloon will be launched from Pakara Estate here. Don't worry about me, guys. We dropped into the Royal in Muswellbrook last night and really settled in with the locals.
Well, can I just say there was a moment last night that Tommy and I were invited, great pub to the Royal in Muswellbrook. Tommy and I were invited down to the wine cellar.
How'd you guys go?
We went down there and they have this special table set that you can actually hire out.
For us.
Did you see the roof above it was glass?
It was
when you're standing on the at the bar, you can look down and see.
It was Tommy and I flogged a couple of bottles of Hentley Farm, so we were having a great time, and then all of a sudden, all these women walked in and said, "Oh, you guys here for the book club?"
Oh, and they assumed Tommy was one of the women.
And Tommy was he brought out 50 Shades of Grey, and we all reviewed it at once. It was amazing.
How good is that? And we say hello to Kelly as well, who's listening this morning. Was it Kel that we visited yesterday, Tommy?
That's right.
Emotional story. We spoke to the RSL in Muswellbrook during the week on the show. Unfortunately, one of the kids got COVID, so we did a drive-by past her place and just waved through the window as we dropped into town yesterday.
We are in our spacesuits at the moment. We spoke to Georgia earlier. They are actually blowing up. The helium has started.
Yep, the spaghetti is on the table here. It has been approved, and like we said, never before on the Fitzy and Whipper show has my dad, John Whipfley, appeared. Today, he makes his first appearance.
I don't believe you.
On air.
I don't believe you.
He is ready to talk. He's ready to go.
No, you've pre-recorded something. He's not coming on the show. There's no
coming
way.
on the show. John Whipfley. This is going to be huge,
We've
guys.
got Dominic Perrottet coming on
Just
later
as
on as
big.
well. Tom reckons that there's a heap of celebrities coming on, so he's obviously paid a lot of money for cameo.
Tom, when did you get the call from the Premier's office, Tom?
No, these are legit.
Is it Tara Reid again?
No,
in 10 minutes' time, some of the biggest celebrities have jumped on board.
How did they hear about it? Big fans of the show. The podcast has taken off.
Yeah, love the podcast.
And what about the Premier? I mean, he's a busy man. The office rang and said he wants to...
He must come on, 7:50 this morning.
A lot of demand. Squeeze him in. Zero wind at this stage. A light breeze expected north to northwesterly around 8 a.m, where the balloon will launch with the spaghetti attached to it. This is really exciting. There is a lot of big names involved in today's show. Fitzy, I know that much.
Oh, listen to that.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
That, ladies and gentlemen... Okay. That's Fitzy.
That's not.
But the keys you can hear right now, that is the number one Elton John impersonator in the world, Elton Jack. He's here in Muswellbrook with us. He's on the keys. The jacket's on.
Seems us for the burn.
Hey, Fitz, I want you to try his wig on.
What a song.
Put
I
his
want
wig
to
on.
try a jacket on.
Pretty eyes.
Oh, he's nailing it already.
Parrot smile.
God, you should have seen him at the pub last night.
Oh, yeah.
Merry
Surprised he can talk
I thought you
this
weren't
morning.
looking, actually.
Hey, Elton,
Yes?
is there any chance I can try the wig on? I love... Well, how do you feel about that?
Fitzy, it's not a wig.
Oh, no.
This is Bruno.
Oh, it's called Bruno.
This is Bruno.
Yeah.
Yes, Bruno travels the world with me everywhere I go. You know, he's me compadre.
Yeah.
And but trouble is with Bruno, he gets a bit hot and bothered sometimes.
Okay.
He likes to slip off my head and slither on back to his little box in the dressing room.
Awesome.
Now, if that happens, you're looking at a 60-year-old guy from the Central Coast, and it's just not the same mystique. You with me?
Elton Jack, we need to ask. I mean, no doubt this job and what you do has taken you all over the world doing different things. How does this compare to some of the other gigs you've done?
Look, I played the Sydney Opera House, played the Royal Albert Hall, I've even played the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando, but this tops them all.
Yeah, Pakara Estate.
Tops them all, Whipper.
Here for the launch.
Now, we were having a couple of pale ales down at the Royal last night, and you were telling us that Elton's actually mentioned you a couple of times on live television.
Well, I hope your audience, some of them are old enough to remember when I appeared on Hey Hey It's Saturday in 1987, but not many years later, a lot of video, VHS that used to be called, got around the world, and Elton saw some of it, and I do have a little snippet of him being interviewed and...
Was he impressed?
Recognizing. Well, he was like, I've never seen this guy, I heard he's excellent, everybody tells me he's really cool. He was like, I don't envy him, he's got to follow all my different looks and that sort of thing, but he was positive, and I was one of the first people to actually do an Elton John impersonation. So, and I'm in a book. There's a book called 25 Years on the Charts. Wow. And right towards the back, they mention a couple of guys that are, like Elvis impersonators. There's a guy in England, there's a guy in Australia called Elton Jack.
I mean, we discovered you when you came on the show a while ago.
Yes.
We had a couple of other impersonators, Bobby Williams in the UK.
Bobby Williams.
Bobby Williams.
Yeah.
And then what was the name of the ABBA band that joined us?
Avalanche.
Avalanche. Yes.
But I mean, in terms of the performers we had that week, Elton Jack was without a doubt the standout.
Thank you.
Where'd you get your jacket from? I mean, it's sparkling. How many sequins you got on that thing?
Look, a very good friend of mine had this made. It comes from Hong Kong. Where else? And I had two of them made, a blue one and a black one.
You told us Paddy's Markets.
They did. Yeah. Look, it does the trick. Okay, whenever I walk out in those lights and everything, it does. It gives you the full Elton experience.
It looks beautiful in the sun.
Thanks, mate.
Fitz, did you want to try Bruno on, or is the kind of wig? Or
I can't stick tape down.
Bruno's in place, mate.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Maybe later.
No,
you touch Bruno and you're touching me, and that's not good.
So, Elton, we are coming back. You are performing Rocket Man for us at 8 o'clock today.
Correct.
So excited.
There might be some little fun lyrics involved, and it's going to be worth listening to for sure.
Okay, 8 o'clock today.
Just,
so there will be Oh, sorry, Tom. What's happening?
No, I was just going to say many celebrities coming on board.
Yeah,
and
you keep pushing this.
Yeah,
have you got one now for us?
Can I do one now?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
If they're calling through.
Well, they're not calling through. This one left you a wonderful message. Leno, if you can please fire off the first of many celebrity messages now.
I'm in Queensland and it is sunny. I have the palm trees behind me. Hi, Chappelle Corby here. Hi, Fitzy and Whipper. I have a message to you saying good luck as you launch the Big John Space Getty into space on a balloon. Now, I hear you've packed your bags. I hope they're locked. And you're in Muswellbrook for the launch. I'd love to taste Big John's Space Getty. Once you land, can you drop me some, please? This is Chappelle. Good luck, guys.
Time and tragedy equals comedy, doesn't it?
You got a convicted drug mule.
Oh, don't put it like
to
that.
make lols about bags.
To make lols about lucky bags.
How good? She's prepared to have a laugh about it.
Yeah,
Good on her.
yeah.
She'd be making a fortune.
Oh, mate, you've got to have a laugh. Once you've done close to 20, you've got to come out and have a bit of a bloody laugh about it. I don't think that'll come on the show anymore, Tom.
We've got more for you next if
Do
you want some more. Yeah.
So Chappelle heard about this and said, I need to chat with the guys.
Yeah, heaps more celebs.
Wow.
We are currently just filling the balloon with helium. It's quite large. I didn't know how big it was.
If you need to travel up to 25 kilometres, that's 25,000 metres, can I remind you? You need a big balloon. And if you need to carry the weight of a bowl of spaghetti, a special recipe that's been in the family for hundreds of years, you need a big bloody balloon, mate.
Do you know what? I didn't realise how quickly it gets up to 25 kilometres up in the air. It only takes 45 minutes. Now, there's no wind up here at the moment, but if the wind does pick up...
Yeah.
Sarah and I have already said, because they said, are you guys prepared to travel a bit afterwards to track it down?
Oh, no, we thought maybe it's your bonding thing that you could go find the spaghetti and the popped balloon.
Just by myself?
Oh, but I mean, the girls would go with
Tom,
you.
would you?
No, I'm incredibly...
Go as well.
Yeah, I'm stuck in
We've
a
all
suit.
got an appointment in the city.
How it works is the balloon will get to 25 kilometres. It'll then pop, and where it lands... nobody knows. So that's when the fun starts, trying to... I might even catch the spaghetti as it comes down.
Please catch the spaghetti.
You know what? I'll try and catch it in my mouth, the spaghetti, as it comes down. What do you guys reckon?
That metal frame in your face will help.
Guys, this has captured the spirit of the nation. I think we all agree on that, this
Big
mission. So just quickly, a few celebs that have come on board. First one, though, we've gone straight to the top. It's our Prime Minister with a message of support.
Wow.
G'day, boys. I hope you're doing well up there in Muswellbrook. I hear you'll go for launch. Going for launch with Whipper's dad. Now, you know I'm a big fan of Whipper's mum, but I've got to say, Whipper's dad, mate, you have come through. Launching your pasta sauce into space where it'll truly be out of this world. So I wish you well with all that. Hope to catch up with you guys soon. And don't forget, Whipper's dad, say hello to Whipper's mum for me. Cheers.
Oh,
Tom,
isn't that amazing?
You didn't
I
ask for
mean,
the ukulele?
No,
it would be.
He got a lot of spare time for a bloke who's trying to win an election, doesn't he?
We do love that message. Thank
Yeah.
you. But now
Thank you, Scummo.
we've got a montage
The old
of
April sun in Muswellbrook.
Cease and desist.
and now a montage of other celebs who are so excited about today.
Richard Wilkins here. Well, I reckon I've now heard everything. Fitzy and Whipper to enter the space race. You know, I mean, we've had Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and now you clowns sending a bowl of pasta into space. Really? Okay. Good luck with that, boys.
I'm Jeff Bezos. Seeing the Earth from space changes the lens through which you view the world.
This is Amy Shark. Whipper, I can't believe you're going to space without me, without your Robin. It feels like just yesterday we were in our Batmobile, and now you're off on another crazy adventure without me. You know what? I actually have a famous spaghetti recipe as well called carbonetti, because I put carbonara with spaghetti bolognese. Probably not ready to go to space yet, like your dad's famous recipe, but do me a favor, and when your space sketty gets up into the sky, I just want you to tell whoever's up there I said hi. Cool. Good luck with the launch, boys.
It's Tommy Williams. I thought you guys had gone galactic with the Fitzy and Whipper lip balm, but now you're sending Spag Bowl into space? One step beyond, boys. Punch it into light speed, man.
G'day Whipper, it's your mate Sammy Frost here. Just want to say a big congratulations on launching your spaghetti sauce into space. It's a huge achievement. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how this pans out.
Hey, Flippy and Whiffy, it's Ray Hadley here. I've heard about this rort you're pulling trying to promote Big John Spaghetti. I wish instead of spaghetti that Nova was sending you two deals into space on a one-way mission, but I guess we can't be so lucky. From now on, you call me Big Ray, because just like Whiffy's dad, Big John, I don't want to come on your radio show anymore. Best of luck in Muswellbrook, you two gibberers. Hope you get lost up there and don't come back. Goodbye.
Well, hello, I'm Richard Branson. We've been fortunate enough to have achieved some pretty extraordinary things at Virgin over the years, but perhaps none quite as amazing as what you'll see in the next few minutes. Good luck.
There you go.
That wasn't really.
Richard Branson.
That was not. That
is
was
on
not.
board. Wow.
That was-
100%.
Hang on a minute. We've got Elton Jack here dressed as Elton John.
Yes.
Was that a Richard Branson impersonator?
No.
Wow.
Richard Branson is aware of you.
So Richard
He's aware of
Branson's
us.
doing cameos now? This is amazing. He doesn't need
No,
to.
he heard about it. He read the headline. He called the show. Am I right, Tom?
Yeah, that's it.
Selling the dream, for God's sake. Time check, please. Time check.
We've got to go to the news.
It's 7:32 at the moment.
Wow.
So just over 28 minutes for blast off.
I get so nervous. Balloon is filling up with helium as we speak. The spaghetti being loaded onto the tray. We will move down to the launch site here at Pucara Estate very, very soon.
Yeah.
As we say farewell to a bowl of spaghetti.
When's John coming on?
John's coming on before the launch, mate. I know you're nervous and you don't think he's going to be joining us.
He won't come on.
Big John will be on the show before launch.
One man who is very, very busy, and I do not understand why he has been made to come on our show.
Made
this
to come on the show.
morning.
He wants to come on the show.
No,
He demanded to be on the show.
Very good friend of the show. It is a special morning because Blast Off, Big John's Space Getty is about to go in less than, God, we're looking about 15 minutes away.
Countdown is on.
And our New South Wales Premier joins us right now. Dominic Perrottet, welcome.
Hey guys, how you going?
Dom, great to have you on the show. Checking in from Muswellbrook this morning. Weather is clear. Skies are open for takeoff, which is great news.
Beautiful.
Back to the basics, though. Was there a recipe in your family that was iconic, loved, generational, that your family would cook?
Mate, with a large family, we had spag bowl probably 5 days a week. So
Right, okay.
it kind of turned me off it. But you know, you guys, you said, you said earlier why it's fine. I mean, this is today. You need to understand, boys. Today is the proudest moment in my life, and in terms of this premiership, that since I've been here, this is the biggest moment for New South Wales. And I just want to wish you. So I see myself as a father figure to both of you. I mean, forget, I know with the John.
Haven't you got enough kids to worry about? Really?
Yeah, I've adopted these two, and you know, today,
Give 'em back.
this is putting Muswellbrook on the map, and these images will go all around the world. So,
That's so true.
Cabinet will meet next week after the success of today, and we're thinking of making a public holiday in both of your names as a result of this success.
If this is successful today, Dominic, is there any other politicians that you would like for us to launch into space after this?
I'll give you a few.
Don't go through your list now. What I'd love to see, though, I mean, we're looking, if this is successful and the love is there, to possibly we could mass produce these. Do you think in your office where you have all your great achievements, you'd put a can of Big John Space Spaghetti up there on the shelf?
Mate, straight to the mantelpiece. And not only that, I'll make sure that every office, we're in Parliament today, every office in Parliament will have one as well, just to celebrate.
That would be huge.
This moment is never forgotten, and all members of Parliament forever will understand the importance of this achievement today for the people
And
of our day.
where were you when the spaghetti was launched?
No one will ever talk about that. No one will talk about that at all. Hey, Dom, have you spent a bit of time up in Muswellbrook? It's magnificent up here.
It's lovely up there, and obviously getting around the entire state. But I think that's the importance of today. It really does, as I said, put Muswellbrook on the map, because people will never forget this moment, and not just in a year's time. This will live in infamy at this day. So don't underestimate the importance of what you're doing.
So much sarcasm. I don't think I've ever heard a politician
He's
with so
not
much
being sarcastic at all. What was great too is getting to meet a lot of the locals last night at the Royal, where we went for dinner, and even when Fitzy went downstairs into the cellar and they were having their weekly book club women's meeting, and Fitzy tried to introduce the idea of 50 Shades of Grey. So
didn't go down well, Dom.
How did that go?
No. Well, let's just say I didn't sleep by myself last night, that's for sure.
Acting out a scene, weren't you?
When in Muswellbrook, he's turned up this morning with cable ties around his wrists.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's another story. He really launched last night. Dom,
what's your question, mate?
What do you want him to say?
Dom, what's exciting too is we said when you got into office as well that you'd have to come on the show and rap at some stage or sing a song. Are you amazed that we have Elton Jack, the number one Elton John impersonator, here today? Do you have a favourite Elton John song?
He's not my probably Candle in the Wind. Just
there it is.
Softness up there,
Thought I'd stumped you then.
Mate, you've done well to pull that out of your ass.
Haven't you?
That took me a while. I was racking my brain there.
Awesome.
No, Dom, we know how busy you are, mate. We do appreciate your time. We'll keep you in.
It's a big Lion King fan.
There we go, Lion King. That's two.
He's all his helpers are just handing him Elton John songs now.
Oh, wow. Well, we'll get you into the studio soon and you can sing the Circle of Life for us.
Maybe not.
No, mate,
Thanks for calling,
we
buddy.
know how busy you are. Thank you very much, Premier, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you very much.
We've come a long way, Australia.
Dad's recipe for his famous tomato spaghetti.
I'm a fan.
9 out of 10 for me.
That's a good result. But now we're here.
You've got to launch us up to the edge of space. Thursday, we're launching in Muswellbrook. Just a matter of getting that spaghetti on that launch pad.
Launching Big John's Spaghetti into space.
We launch a bowl of spaghetti attached to a weather balloon 25 kilometres into space.
Why? It doesn't really matter. All that matters is Fitzy and Whipper are about to join the likes of Bezos, Elon Musk, and Richard Branson.
Fitz and Whipper are going to join the space race.
Next up, space.
I'm a rocket man.
Happy Thursday, Sydney. We are live in Muswellbrook at Pucara Estate this morning. It's going to be 31 in the city today, 35 in the west, 36 in Muswellbrook. It has been a magnificent sunrise here in Muswellbrook. Are conditions perfect for takeoff?
We need to know. And one man that's been on the show before, and he's said to the people of Muswellbrook, this is going to be one of the biggest days in the history of the town, is Steve, the mayor. Welcome to the show, buddy, once more.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Sarah. How are we?
Morning.
This is a special moment. The town has turned out and put on a big show for us. Is this the most beautiful morning in Muswellbrook ever?
It's picturesque, mate. It's been fantastic. It's great to see you guys out here, and, the Muswellbrook really turned it on for you last night as well. It's a great day for me.
And a great pub at the Royal there. We were tipping a few in with Steve.
Yeah, no, it was a great night, mate.
spot.
Steve, you got a local legend with you this morning as well. Is that correct?
My security guard, it's Brooke Boney's Pop Gordon. So
Gordon, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Gordon, we had a big night at Fleetwood Mac, you and I, didn't we? We were up there in the mosh pit together. It was magnificent, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
What do you want to say to your granddaughter? She's doing really well.
She's going good. She's going good, baby. Love you so much.
Good on you.
Isn't that fantastic?
Okay.
Well, Gordon's here to see the launch. Steve here to see the launch.
Steve, just quickly, you've had a lot of locals ringing you during the week. They want to be here right now, don't they? But you told them to get stuffed. Is that correct?
I've been thrown under a bus there, haven't I? Look, due to COVID, of course, we had to put some restrictions in place.
Yeah.
But, it has been. The phone's rang off its hook. My PA has been busy. It's
Awesome.
been
Great
so
news.
it's great for you guys to be out
All
here
right.
and looking for Bajazza, the space station launch.
All right, in moments' time, the countdown will begin. Elton Jack will play and we will launch a bowl of spaghetti into space.
We've just been brought out into a field in Muswellbrook. I feel like we're about to be knocked off or something.
No one will be killed.
No.
We are at the site. We are at the launch site, which is great news. To paint a picture, we're surrounded by olive trees. There is a launch pad here.
And we're ready for takeoff.
Fitzy and Whipper are live from Muswellbrook. People of Muswellbrook are fizzing.
Definitely something to look forward to. I'm excited.
Been the talk of the town. The first bowl of spaghetti in space with Fitzy and Whipper.
What are we wearing?
Well, they're astronaut suits from Costume Box.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry about that.
This is
Yours
horrible.
is
We've got
very
a bit of a
small.
crowd here now. People are looking at us, having a bit of a... There's people chuckling over there in the background.
Yeah,
of
they're
the
having a bit of a
olive
laugh. Unfortunately, the helmets look more phallic than I'd hoped, and the microphone that comes out, which was meant to represent the communication piece to mission control, looks like a penis. But let's not worry about that right now because it's very important. The moment is not far away. Here in Muswellbrook, surrounded by olive trees in the middle of nowhere, I'm looking at a huge balloon. I'm looking at a major balloon. There's only one. We need this to go to plan. That balloon has a rope coming off it, which is attached to a platform with a bowl of spaghetti on it.
Now,
Fitzy, can you hear me over there? You're with Georgia, part of the team here.
Throw over to me. Hey, guys, I'm here on site. I'm ready for liftoff.
Copy that.
Georgia is in charge with her students here. They are ready to go. Conditions, Georgia. Are you happy with them?
We are happy. We're a bit nervous, but we're ready for launch.
Okay, it's going to be a slow launch, is it? Slow launch,
Is it
Georgia?
going to be a slow launch, or how long will this take?
It'll take about maybe 45 minutes to reach the top, but it'll slowly ascend when we can see it.
Are you a little bit worried about your students sucking back all that helium themselves and having a bit of a laugh? Are they supposed to do that, Georgia?
I think it's going to be the coffee that really makes us dizzy.
Hey, all right.
It is a world first for many things this morning, especially the spaghetti heading into space, but it's also a world first that my dad is going to be joining us on the Fitz and Whipper show. He has never been on radio before, but his name is on this Space-Getty, so therefore it makes sense to have him on. He has been given the task of the official countdown for the launch.
Welcome, John.
Are we ready to start the countdown? Here we go, guys. Is Elton Jack in position to play Rocket Man? Are we ready to do this, guys? John Whipfley with the countdown.
What am I counting down for? 10, 9. Wait, what's this for? 8, 7. You're not really sending spaghetti into space. 6, 5. I don't like this. 4. I'm confused. 3, 2, 1. What's that? Blast off? Lift off.
And with that, the team launched the spaghetti into space. There's some heads shaking at this stage. We are ready to go.
Yay.
Blast off means blast off.
Yes.
The balloon has been let go.
Look at it go.
Oh my God, it's going up a lot faster than I thought.
So fast. I feel like we should get out of the way in case it falls.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like your stomach, Whipper.
What are you talking about?
That is flying up very quickly.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And Rocket Man, your timing is now.
John packed my bags last night. We fly 0 hour and 8 a.m. gonna be high as a space spaghetti by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss Whipper's wife. What? It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight.
I'm trying to stay under. I'm going to chase it now.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man I think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. A rocket man, burning out his fuse up very long. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long, long time.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, long time.
Get out the 22 rifle, bring it down, guys. That's it.
No, that's not how you get it down.
Here comes the Sydney to
Pops-
Tamworth.
Okay. It pops naturally at 25 kilometres, and you're right, Elton Jack, it's going to be a long, long time to bloody find this thing. It has drifted a long way from home and launch as we speak.
Sarah and I have to get going back home, mate. So
What do
good
you
luck
mean?
finding it, big fella.
Okay, so we got a tracker on this, Tommy. We're going to be able to work out where it goes.
It's almost out of sight already. That
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
I mean, that spaghetti is really swinging up there.
Isn't it?
I mean, if
Ooh.
it's still on the plate, it's an absolute miracle.
I tell you what, that balloon's gone up. A lift-off. Successful, guys. A little bit of a breeze, but it went up a kilometre in about 5 minutes, so it's flying.
South-southwest, that's the direction it's heading in now. In about half an hour's time, it should be starting to make its way back to Earth. That's when the challenge starts, and we have to find out where it's landed.
Michael from Lewisham's given us a call. How are you feeling after hearing the spaghetti launch into space, Michael?
Guys, how brilliant was that? It's just like Nova, just always soaring to great heights.
Oh,
that's really beautiful, Michael.
It's a great scripted line, Michael.
Thank you, mate. Will you moved? Will you remember this moment in time forever?
Well, what I've done, I'm a bit of an optimist. I've set the table with everything Italian and I've left a space in the middle, so I'm hoping if it falls, I'm set for lunch.
Right, so it'll land on your table. Now, there's a good
Absolutely.
chance.
I've got the
Well,
good Italian
25
cutlery out too.
Well, you might have to defrost it because 25 kilometres up, it's going to be quite cold up there.
Well, confirmed by the space team that we're working with, minus 52 degrees at 25 kilometres high, 15 k's higher than an aeroplane flies.
Well said, mate.
That is amazing. We've got Pete Clay, Pandemic Pete, who's here in Muswellbrook. He's bought his own binoculars.
Yes, well, he's already
Can you
been.
see it, Pete? Yep, He
Are
can
they
see
as
it.
effective at your neighbour's house?
Oh, that's really rude.
No, got it.
My concern is the amount of swing there was with the spaghetti and whether it's actually still on the plate. I don't know.
Okay, Jess in Campsie, what did you want to say, Jess?
Guys, I've got goosebumps. Congratulations. I can smell the spaghetti in the atmosphere.
Wow, how good is that?
Well, Jess, it's an amazing moment. It really is. And Whipper asked the question, where were you when Big John's Space Spaghetti was launched into space? And I think people will remember this for at least 2 or 3 days.
We need to get Jess's name. Everybody that calls through on a list, Tommy, we need to build the petition that says, let's go into production with Big John's Space Spaghetti.
What a great idea.
Jess is keen.
Christian in Camden, you got an idea for us, Christian?
Well, I do. The 21st of December is known as Gravy Day from Paul Kelly, so I think the 17th of February should therefore be known as Space Getty Day.
Space Getty Day.
Makes sense.
Suggesting a public holiday?
Oh, why not? Let's take a public holiday.
Throw it in there, mate. Throw it in there.
I think How to Make Gravy hit the hearts of Australians a lot more than this did. But
How to Make Spaghetti is just as interesting.
It's a great suggestion, Christian. Natalie in Camden, what did you want to say, Nat?
Oh, I just wanted to say congratulations to the whole team. What an exciting thing.
Yeah, it's the whole team, and it feels like an honour to do it on behalf of New South Wales.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Something that the state needed but didn't know they needed.
No one asked for this. They didn't.
Yes, they did.
I think the highlight
This
of
has been-
today was Elton Jack's performance in
Oh,
Rocket
wow.
Man. Put your hands together,
Yeah.
everyone, for Elton
Amazing.
Jack. It's unbelievable.
Well done, Elton Jack.
Is Bruno the wig? It's off now. I might have to try that on soon. So
Go and put that on, mate.
Oh,
You
wait.
look beautiful in it. Any more calls coming
one
through?
more. We got Tony in Moorebank. You made the Space Getty the other night, Tony. Did you for the family?
Yeah, but I added 2 ingredients, even a little bit of an extra kick.
Oh, what were the 2 extra ingredients?
Hang
I added, obviously, mincemeat. We also added
Mincemeat, yep.
bummy sweat.
Breaking up a little bit there. It sounded like you said mincemeat and bum sweat, which I would not recommend anybody puts into their special sauce.
It's the same that they did in the Royal at the Royal last
He
night
doesn't-
for us.
Yeah, okay.
No. Thank you very much, everyone, for your calls. You go into the running for 50k Fridays as well. We're going to give you updates throughout the morning, but your Whipper will be chasing this down. GPS is on. There's GoPros
Yeah,
on there.
we're on, guys.
We will look back at Earth, won't we? At some
we will
stage.
look back at Earth. We'll be looking down on Picara Estate, going, we were there when it took off.
Yeah.
25 k's high, the curve of Earth and a bowl of spaghetti. Makes perfect
You
sense,
know
yeah?
what? I've been married.
Huh?
I've had 2
kids.
children. I kicked 5 goals on debut. But this today, mate, this would have to be in my top 1,050 moments of my life.
Okay.
Can I talk about the Titanic-themed restaurant in Melbourne, which is very, very successful?
Great excuse to play a little bit of Celine Dion, I would have thought, Leno.
Well, yeah, no, wait up, not
Oh,
yet.
sorry, mate.
Nope,
Sorry, call it early.
Yeah,
Whoop.
you've come in early
Hold
once
tight.
again. Well done. Hey, actually, Tommy, have you been there? I think there's a couple of guys that have been there. What happens at the themed restaurant?
Well, it's amazing because their sell or their tagline is where your night is guaranteed to be a disaster. Because you go in and you can choose the more expensive ticket. You wear a tuxedo.
First class.
You're first class.
Yeah.
And if you want to go cuddle class, then you don't have to dress up and you only pay half the ticket price.
But doesn't it start to tilt at some stage?
Yeah. So you're all sitting there, and then
You hit an iceberg.
Just after dessert,
Yeah.
you hit the iceberg, and half the restaurant sort of tips over.
And do the plates and everything fall off?
Yeah, things fall off the roof.
Yeah, and water comes down.
Water
Tommy, yeah.
the water comes in
You're
from
kidding.
the ceiling.
Is
yeah.
there a door that only one person can get onto? Or you have to work out at the end?
And then everybody, as the water's coming in, everyone takes off their clothes and draw it. They draw it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
It
which
gets
is
really
amazing.
steamy in the car on the way home.
Actually, you can play that theme now because it is a beautiful song. I mean, I would love. I mean, we have team lunches all the time, don't we? We should take the team to the Titanic team
I
restaurant.
love a themed restaurant, mate.
What was that tagline again, Tom?
Where your night is guaranteed to be a disaster.
Well, unfortunately, it was a bit of a disaster for the Titanic themed restaurant because they've just been busted with 200 cannabis plants.
What?
Don't think this is the original. That's a tough one because I don't believe. I mean, if they were if they were committed to recreating the actual event, I don't remember there being 200 cannabis plants on the ship.
On the ship. And I know that there was a lot of treasures, and
Yes.
and they've been searching for those treasures for years, but they haven't brought up a couple of foilies from the bottom of the ocean.
Nobody remembers the purple bud that went down in 1912.
Women, children, and nuggets on the lifeboat first.
A lot more people would have survived if they hadn't been stoned. That was the thing. Nobody realises there's another story to it.
Do you know what's funny? There's a lot of people from Muswellbrook here who know exactly what we're talking about. So,
Okay, so that's it for the Titanic
well,
restaurant.
that's it. The Titanic restaurant. 237 cannabis plants have been in there since they've gone into lockdown, and it is done and dusted.
They didn't change it to a Nimbin theme, did they?
It's gone to the bottom of the ocean. It's never coming up again.
That is all. Oh, turn up the recorder. Oh, let's go out on that. That's beautiful.
Geez, it's a big show. I am exhausted. So we finally had John Whitfley on the show for the countdown, for the launch at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
We've had Dominic Perrottet, Chappelle Corby come on the show to wish all her best.
Richard Branson saying, well done, you space pioneers.
We know how busy you are, and sometimes you got to get the kids ready for school. You may have missed it at 8 o'clock. This is what happened.
3, 2, 1. What's that? Blast off? Lift off.
blast off.
Yes!
The balloon has been let go.
Look at it go!
Oh my God, it's going up a lot faster than I thought.
So fast. I feel like we should get out of the way in case it falls.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah.
Packed my bags last night. 3 flights. 0 hour and 8 a.m. I'm gonna be high as a space spaghetti by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss Whipper's wife.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Should we jump in there, guys? Elton Jack.
I think that was...
Can play, can sing. Got the lyrics wrong there. Good to know you miss my wife, Elton Jack.
That is just... well, he was getting messages from his wife saying, why are you talking about Whipper's wife?
Yeah. It was a very confusing blast-off.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen at NASA. You won't get that sort of partner swapping at NASA.
Can I take over the show here for a little bit?
Yeah.
With having Elton Jack
want.
here and how special it is to have Elton here with us today. But
I think Elton said there was a special presentation to do.
Well, there was.
And I'm touched by this. I'll stand up. Elton?
No. There's a knighthood that's about to happen. It's not you.
Okay, I'll grab a seat.
He's officially going to hand over Bruno the wig, the Elton wig, over to me because you guys know how much I love the wig.
And we have hair. Oh my gosh, this is a big moment.
I know.
He's a collector of
Sweat and
wigs.
all.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Fitzy's down on one knee.
Here we go. Here we go.
This could be a new career.
Oh, how's it feel?
Gosh, I can feel a heartbeat.
Feel the inside, you do?
Oh. That wasn't Bruno.
Wow.
The wig is on
The wig
Fitzy's
is on
head.
Fitzy. It looks...
I think with
Can you
this,
feel the love tonight?
I tell you what, with this on, anyone around Muswellbrook, stay 200 metres away from me.
He could,
I am a creep.
No public schools for you.
he could do anything in that wig. Looks good, mate.
Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
I feel like a new man.
Do you want to go over to the keyboard and do a number for us? Oh, there's a candle in the wind over here.
Oh,
Well done, mate.
This is magnificent.
I
Real
mean-
Prince Andrew vibes I've got at the moment. I just don't feel safe.
Don't need to stand here then.
Never did I think I'd see you in Muswellbrook in an astronaut's outfit with a wig on. But we got it done, guys.
If you want to go
We've
check
got
out
it
everything
done.
that we did today, it's the Fitzy and Whipper Instagram account. Go to our socials. You can see it all there. We are tracking it as we speak as well. You can see the lift off there as well. And let's find out tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to see if we find the spaghetti.
We'll find it. You'll find out where it landed, where it came down, and also how far it went. Big moment on the show tomorrow as all will be revealed. Elton Jack and Fitzy in the wig getting a quick last-minute photo to everybody who now will remember where they were when we sent a bowl of spaghetti into space.
Yeah, thank you to Raquel. Thank you for Cara State for looking after us here
Thanks,
as well
guys.
today as well. And Georgia and the UTS team for helping us out as well. It's been an amazing day.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.